Hey Robo, you ever think about whether there's life outside of Candyland?
Jeremy, don't be ridiculous. Everybody knows that's impossible. Scientists haven't found any traces of sweetness out there. How can sugar beans survive when there isn't any sugar?
Well, I suppose they'd have to be made of something other than candy.
But sugar is the essence of life as we know it. Without a sticky gelatin body to keep us together, we'd fall apart.
What if we consider the chocolate we will find from the fudge mines? In the hot mines, the molten fudge is both runny and sticky, but when we bring it to the surface and let it cool, the chocolate ingots are hard and stay together, even though they've lost their stickiness. If molten chocolate is sticky but has no shape, and cooled down it has shape and isn't sticky, then gooiness must not be a requirement to have form.
Okay, let's say that a creature made of something other than candy wouldn't fall apart. There's still no way it could be alive.
Sure it could.
How?
Well, until we develop the technology to venture out beyond the mountains of Candyland, or a creature from out there comes here, there's no real way to know how they live. Until then, all we can do is think about the possibilities.
What's the point of thinking about stuff like that if it doesn't accomplish anything? Life is hard. We work ourselves in the mine and go home to rest. There's more important things to worry about than thinking of life beyond the mountains.
Just because it doesn't lead to an answer doesn't mean the question isn't worth asking. The only way any task can be pointless is if you never question it in the first place.
You're always talking about stuff like this. It sounds like something Socrates would say.
Precisely. The unexamined life is not worth living. That's what I'm getting at. Take our supervisor at the mine, for example. He shows up to work every day, even though he hates his job. And he only does it so that someday he can be promoted to head mine supervisor, which he'll probably also hate. He toils, and he suffers, and he's always reaching for the next rung of the ladder, never asking what's at the top, or whether there's stairs somewhere.
I mean, that does sound rough, but it's not like we're going anywhere. We don't have any ladders or stairs in sight. All I can do is make enough to feed my family.
If supporting your partner in Gummy Cubs is your reason to work, why shouldn't that be enough? You're paddling a raft down the bends of the soda stream. If you stop looking for a way up and just enjoy the ride, you'll see what I mean.
I do have a pretty good family, but no matter how nicely you dress our situation with pretty metaphors, that doesn't make the mining any easier. You're a smart bear. You could be doing any number of things besides working yourself to death in the fudge mines, and it's not like you have mouths to feed at home. Why are you still working here instead of living it up with Socrates or running for mayor of Sprinkletown?
It shouldn't surprise you, but I asked myself the same thing a long time ago, after I first started working in the mines. By then, I had met an honest and hard-working bear that listened to my ramblings and didn't find me too annoying. We ended up becoming pretty close friends. Rowing can be strenuous, but I'd rather paddle along with you than do anything else.
I don't know what to say. I'm not good at this stuff. If you want to come over for dinner, my partner is making cream eggs, and we have room at the table for one more.
Thanks. I'd really like that.